Hello and welcome everybody to this week's call. My beautiful group page, Transform Your Life Within. So today's call, reclaim your personal power. Great subject. We're certainly going to explore that today and unpack it, really get into the true end result of where are you giving your power away? And what are you giving your power to? We'll break down the structure and we'll do some education on here. We'll break down exactly what it means to be in the right or the wrong structure and how you're allowing yourself to give all your power away if you are doing so. We'll talk a little bit about negative visions and what gets in the way of creating true success, creating our true choices, creating what's most important to us. So if you want to throw in the feed there where you are from, it would be great to know where you are from around the world. Which country? Just share with it, put it in the comments on the Facebook, please. Excellent. Cool. So yeah, because it's always good to know where you people are from because there's so many different varieties of people in the group. It's always nice to see the countries around the world. Now this will be recorded and put up into YouTube and into the feed of this Facebook page. If you are watching the replay, I'm so glad that you're here. You may want to get a pen and paper in case you want to take some notes. You might better get some wow moments out of this, hopefully, and you better sort of understand and see exactly what are you trying to create. Because it's really important that when we focus on a life that we love and what we want to create around that, that we're actually focusing on the true end result and not the process to get there. They're actually focusing on the right actions to take and not actions of the process and not the end result. That's why we have choices in this work. We don't have dreams of goals so much. Of course, we dream about what we want to create and we step into that desired reality. But anybody can write goals down on a piece of paper and stick it up against the wall and look at it every day and wish one day that it would come true. In this work, we have choices. I choose the end result. And the reason we do that is because it's a commitment. You're actually committing to creating it. So it's really important when you're creating your true choices in this work that you only write down what you're truly going to take action on and create. And you'll find that when you actually get that true end result of that true choice and you start taking action around it, it's going to feel really, really good if it's true. It'll lift your vibration, it'll make you feel good, it'll give you joy and happiness just knowing that you're actually creating it, that you're being it now. And that can be whatever you choose. Remember, all our journeys are different. You know, we all have different journeys. We've got different, dharmas to play in this world, which is just beautiful because we don't want to be the same. And certainly in my creations and my choices over the year, a lot of hospitality staff and then a lot in the music industry and being a drummer and a DJ. And was my big thing. Just loved the music industry. And I still may play out the odd function here and there if I feel that it's right, if it's in alignment with the values of my true choices, like, the school, discos, etc. So what are your true end choices? What is something you'd love to create just because you love it? Just think about that for a second. Being an artist, musician, a partner, a parent, having that online business, maybe become a teacher or a coach, or might even be a traditional business. Just throw in the chat what you would like to create. Put in the comments there, what is it you'd like to create that you haven't created yet? And for no other reason than just because you love it. And when you're typing it into the comments, it's a beautiful thing because you're actually showing yourself that you want it, that you're committed to it, which is beautiful. We find that sometimes we want something, but can we actually write it down and commit to it? It's a whole different game. And we know the reasons generally why we can't is because we have resistance. We have the fear-based, fear of failure. What will the family think? Will I be judged? What if I get it wrong? What if it's a success and then I don't know what to do next? What will doing all that give for me that I don't like? Being in the limelight. We have all that resistance. That's just the fear-based. What about all the belief structures? Just not good enough, not capable, not worthy, insignificant, or just not perfect. We have all these beliefs and these fears and emotions that all stop us from taking action on what we love. Now, it may be that we have the not perfect belief, so everything around us has to be perfect. When we have that belief, we're generally not creating big things because we're so focused on everything around us being perfect. And we're in that world of controlling others around us and ourselves to create that perfectness. And when we're doing that, we're simply not creating a life we love because we're too busy trying to control our environment. Does that ring a bell at all? Remember, there's no right or wrong in this work. All our beliefs are different. For me, it was the don't belong was pretty severe. So I was always trying to create those communities, get groups of people together into an establishment or event or a room or a business so I could step into it, to get that feeling of belonging. So I want you to think about that exact beautiful choice you'd love to create just because you love it. Step into that end choice of just having it now. Just close your eyes, which shuts down all the conscious thought. And the unconscious believes it to be true when we start visualizing it. Now just step into having it all now. Where are you and who are you with? What's it like having this beautiful true choice? You should be feeling the expressions of feelings of emotions of joy. Are you feeling them? Feeling how beautiful it would be and exciting to have this true choice. Beautiful. And just notice where you are, notice what you're doing, notice who you're with. If you're outside, smell the smells, touch what you can. Get all your senses going into this beautiful end choice. Feel the sun on your face. If you're climbing outdoors in mountains, hear the animals, hear the birds. Get in that beautiful true end choice. And just notice how beautiful it is just to have it. I choose it and I create it. And that's being in our power. Just notice that feeling of what it's like to be in our power. Just experience it. Just notice how beautiful it is just having it all. And then open up your eyes and take a big breath and welcome back. So when we're in our creative power and we're claiming it, it's such a beautiful feeling. You'll notice there the joy and the enthusiasm and the feeling of excitement, just knowing that you have it all that you choose, what's most special to you. And it's so important in life that we have these true choices. That's an example of one. What's another choice that you'd love to create just because you love it? You'd want to take action on having it all. What's another true choice? Now, what I'd like to talk to you about, today's call is about reclaiming your power. Is that when we're focusing on a problem orientational, we're simply giving all our power away. We're giving our energy to the problem. Now, when we're giving our energy to the problem, we're not creating. We're not creating a life that we love, or whatever it may be for you, your true choice. So we look at it and we draw it up here for our current reality. And we've got our desired reality. If over here is the true choices, and we're creating this, what it means to us, which could be money, health, love, relationships, online business, parent, artist, musician, just having a really good time creating what we love. If we're over here creating that in our desired reality, and we want it, but we don't have it at the moment, it means it's more. So if we come back to here, that means this, our current reality must be less. Now, when we're going to create this and we're going to take the actions, this is where we will experience what's in the way. We will experience sabotaging beliefs like I mentioned before. Not worthy, always trying to do good in the world and to others to hopefully one day get what you want. I'm just not worthy enough. So therefore I'll go out and do all this stuff to show the world that I am worthy. When we're focusing on that, and here is resistance, we're not actually focusing on what we want to create. You see that? So we write the 6 sabotaging beliefs there for short. We can just go through these now. What about not good enough? Always going out into the world to do more, to have the businesses, to have everything that looks good so we can get the feeling of being good enough. We want to prove to everyone that we have it all so they'll see us as being good enough. Look at the accomplishments this person's doing. And once again, we're focusing on that to try and fulfill the sabotaging belief and not our desired reality of our creation. When we're taking action to fulfill our sabotaging beliefs, you'll always eventually make a mistake or an error so it falls over, or you make a bad business decision, or you just can't make it to the event or the interview, or just something will get in the way of creation. Now, the reason being is because that unconscious identity at that level doesn't want you to put yourself in a situation where it proves that you're not worthy or that you're not good enough. We avoid that. We go and create stuff to make us feel like we can fulfill it and resolve it. Excuse me, but we'll also steer away from it in case it becomes true and we get proven that we're just not worthy or not good enough or don't belong or insignificant. So I'm always wanting to go for more significant, to create big things so people can see me as significant. Look at me, I'm significant. I have created this amazing creation. We're doing that once again to feel like we are significant. And you'll find 9 times out of 10, we're not doing it because we love it. There'll be some cases that we are because they will connect and match up, which is just beautiful. We still must see that that sabotaging belief will be working away in the background. If you do this, you will be seen to be significant, so then you'll feel significant. If you fail, you'll be insignificant. We don't want that because that just proves that belief to be true. Not capable, always trying to do more programs and courses and take more action around starting new things to show everybody that you're capable of achieving it all. But 9 times out of 10, we just don't finish those projects or those online programs or those courses. We might get certified in it, but then are not capable to get our first client. Not capable. Don't have capacity. And obviously we talked a little bit about not perfect as well, having a perfect environment around us, trying to control ourselves and others to make sure that everyone sees us as being perfect because we believe that we're not. So that's the main 6 sabotaging beliefs. Well, most of our resistance and what gets in the way boils down to one of those 6. Eventually, when we start breaking and unpacking on our true choices or our negative visions. And in this work, we can actually remove them by doing the processes, which is really powerful. So then you can take action in your desired reality with ease. We do that through the superconscious recode and the other 12 processes I do across the board. And there's obviously 7 main ones in the certification, which I believe are the most powerful as processes to remove resistance straight away that's in the way of you creating a life that you love. And if you're interested in learning more about the certification, just flick me a private message or put yes, please in the comments to the cert. Yes, please, cert. And I'll reach out and we'll jump on a connection call and I can explain to you the benefits of working for yourself online in this powerful modality or running it alongside what you're currently doing so you can get more results. Because when you add the structure, which is your current reality and desire, when you add structure with your clients, the magic really happens because they're focusing on what they want to create and taking action around that. And the certification, we have a full 10-week program on all videos, PDFs, scripts, everything's in there for you to become a great coach. So if we're stuck here, not too sure what it is that we want to create. We're in our current reality looking forward, wanting to go for what we want. But we just can't take the action. We sometimes take the action and then come back again and question ourselves, or may feel bad or make a mistake. So it keeps us in the structure of being stuck. When we're over here creating money and health and love and relationships and online business, whatever it may be, we're over here flowing and we're creating what we love. And it's a beautiful place to be. To be in this, we simply just step into it. Just like I did there with the eyes closed, we step into the end result of having that true choice. So in our desired reality, we have 4 main orientational choices that we work on: living a life I love, predominant creative force, health and vitality, and being your true nature and purpose. When you live in these 4, life gets really easy and we remove all resistance to having it now, which is really powerful because you can simply sit in the creational place of being your true purpose, having health, taking action, and just loving life. The true choices I'm talking about is what we also create alongside that. What's most important to you? What's your true choices you want to create where you're most powerful? So when we're creating all those things in our desired reality, we are flowing. Now, as we're going to create this and taking the actions as I have there, we are isolating in the middle, which simply means we're having some success and then we're falling back. We're having some success and they're falling back. Now let's rewind it back to the beginning of, just say, for example, let's just put us being stuck. We're in the stuck structure. With the stuck structure, isolating structure, or the flowing structure. So let's just be stuck. So I know it certainly was 3-4 years ago, I was stuck. I was having some success, but I would keep coming back to being stuck because I wasn't living my true nature and purpose. Through this work, I've been able to find it. Create the coaching company, remove all the resistance to taking action, and now just being it. And I'm truly grateful for that because I love this work, serving and helping others. It's so much fun and it's so rewarding. And this is why I'm even able to bring this video to you. You know, every week we do a video of information around this work to share with you, because if you do this work, you too can have a life that you love. You too can remove that resistance to health or love or relationships and just better step into your true choices and create anything that you want. It's so powerful. It's actually quite simple. It's not always easy, but it's quite simple to just close our eyes and step into it, see what's in the way, sabotaging beliefs or fears, and then remove them. And there's plenty of information around how we do that in other videos there, or reach out on a connection call and I can show you. So as we're going to create what it is that we love because we're stuck, in my experience, what I've seen with my clients is really getting them to focus on living a life they love first. They can experience all of that, what it's like to them with their animals, their partner, their family, the travel, the house where they choose, the mountains or the beach. And then really getting them to focus on their true nature and purpose. Because when you're focusing on your true nature and purpose, you can reclaim your power of why you're here. What's your purpose on this planet? What is your dharma of creation here? What is truly most important to you, your true purpose to creation? Just because you love it. If you're wanting to know what that is, reach out, because I'm the creation coach and I can certainly help you to keep focusing on your true nature and purpose, to pull it out and actually start taking action around it and creating it. I've done it with many of my clients and I love going through the process. And you are capable, you are good enough, you just have to take the action. So please reach out if you want to know what your true nature and purpose is. We have some simple processes where we take you through it so you can just be it. So we're in stuck structure. We're just stuck, and how this comes about is obviously here we have 6 sabotaging beliefs. We have the fear, we might have judgment, we have the resistance that gets in our way. Now, a little bit about this resistance. What is ways of giving our power away? Well, the stuck reality, being in our stuck reality in here, can be that you're trying to solve a problem. Once I've fixed all these problems and sorted out my life, then I'll go for what I want. Stuck structure. The fear of failure. I can't take action on that, or fear of success as well. I can't take action on that because what if I fail? I'll wait till I find something that I'm going to be good at. It'll probably never come along because we'll always have that fear of failure. Once we have feelings and emotions attached to all those past memories of being ridiculed and discomfort as a child or a teenager, they are there until we remove them. It's easy to remove them, but they're there. So you're going to get a fear of anything new that you want to create. You might be sitting and stuck with worry, feeling of worry, just worrying about everything all the time. Once again, when you're in that, you're not creating. It may even be needing to know. You need to know the answers before you take the action. Have you ever experienced that before? You see someone that needs to know everything before they take the action. They'll spend their whole life needing to know before taking action. Once again, dysfunctional, being stuck in a structure. Victim mentality. Poor me, look at me, things aren't going well. I want to express myself and show to you why they're not going well. And then in return, can you please give me some comfort so I can feel better in my stuck structure? Negative vision. I really want to have that online business because I don't want to have a job. Now, you'll find that when they start creating the online business, because they're doing that to get away from a job, it'll be a very hard creation. Stuck structure. It could be invisible instructions. I'm like with me, building a lot of hospitality venues and outdoor festivals and creating all this people gathering type processes. It was for me to step into it to get the feeling of belonging. Now I only do one festival and I do it just because I love it. And it's such a beautiful thing. I do love outdoor festivals now because I actually choose which one I want to create. To resist the outcome. Now, if the outcome of that is success, and I have never had success before, I'm going to resist it. Because what if I get it and make it and stuff it up and make mistakes? Resisting the outcome. Overthinking, I need to plan this, I need to get that certificate, I need to get certified in this, I need to take this website, I need to do that program, I need to get these people in line. And when I've got all that, then I'll take action in my desired reality. Overthinking, desire to solve something. Well, once I've fixed myself, then I'll take action. It might be little creations, just creating all these little things, just enough to satisfy you, unconsciously to believe that you're creating enough, that you are taking enough action. But you're just creating a whole lot of small stuff, not really creating anything big. Frustration. That's a big one. Frustrated because I'm not getting results. What is wrong with me? Procrastination. Avoidance of taking action because of fear-based. If I take those actions and get rejected, I won't like that, so therefore I'll procrastinate and I'll stay in my own frustration. It could be the anxiety, which is the fear of the future. What am I going to do with myself in the future? You know, what's right with me? What's wrong with me? What if I get it wrong? The anxiety of just not being able to take the action. The depression, you might have fear from the past. What if I get that wrong and something happens to me and someone else ridicules me, gives me discomfort or runs me down? I'm stuck in my old thoughts and memories and I just can't get out of it. So you get feeling depressed. Limitation. I'm not good enough for that. I need to have that business. Say, for example, I want to be a vet, have a vet store and look after animals. Well, I've got to go study for 5 years. I've got to get the money together. I've got to do all these things before I can just have it. Why not just go lease a building, a small one, set it up, start serving animals and hire a vet and have the business now, and you can manage and run the reception. Just do it now. Because anything is a creation. We just have to step into it. What about being judged by others? What will my family think? What will my family say if I start this business that they don't even know that I've ever had any interest in? So these are all our stuck reality. That's a few of them. That's a chunk of them I come across in this work. And how do we reclaim our power back? We simply step into our desired reality and take action in here and not our current reality. We create choices. We've got the 4 orientational choices I mentioned, and then we create our own true choices. We have loving and great loving relationships. We spend time in the desired reality of creating a fantastic relationship rather than focusing on the poor relationship. We start taking the actions around increasing our money in abundance, the product or a service. Money comes when you can create a product that someone's willing to pay for. They'll pay for it through a measurement of value. Whatever the product or service gives them, they will happily pay for it. When they pay for it, they're getting what they want, you're getting paid, there's a transaction. So money is just a measurement of value to which someone is prepared to pay for it. So you just need a product or a service that you can offer to your market it well, and people will buy it. So also being in your desired reality, we have a beautiful new energy. You'll find you've got more energy to do things. As we're going through this work, we're removing all the sabotaging beliefs and the fear and the judgment, all that stuck stuff. As we're removing all the emotions off and feelings off memories that are creating that, holding us back, we get this new energy. It's energy how we're naturally designed to be, because we're designed to be creative spirits. We're designed to be out there taking action on everything that we love. We just get so caught up that it gets us into a stuck or isolating orientational pattern. So we must get into the new energy of having what it is that we want and taking action around it. Sure, there'll be resistance, things will pop up and get in our way, but beautifully enough, we have this work where we can remove that resistance so it's easy to take the action. Health and vitality, just getting our bodies back on board to being full health and having vitality. I've had amazing results with my clients in this work with health and vitality. So if there's anything that you're experiencing health-wise that you're not 100% happy with, please reach out, because I've had some amazing testimonials from my clients around removing resistance and all sorts of health issues. And I can explain to you how we can actually heal and get into a healthy vitality really, really quickly by going through these processes. The latest case has been Dani. He's had an 80% reduction in his arthritis. He was a scale of 10 plus in pain. He's now down to a 1.5 to 2. And we will get him down to a 0. It's just a matter of time. And he's only been working with me for 7 weeks. So we want to be on purpose is another one. What's your true nature and purpose? When you're on true nature and purpose, it's more high energy, it's more fun. You'll find you're waking up in the morning, you're waking before the alarm clock, and you're able to take the actions. It's a beautiful thing. You'll have positive values. We get your values out in this work where we can actually get written down what's most important to you. So then you can actually see why you're making decisions and taking actions the way you are. It's so important that we're aligned with our values. And with our values, we must make sure we have money and health as top values, because we need those two to do all our other values and our true choices. Also, when we're in our flowing, we're evolving, we're changing. You'll look back in a few months and not even know the old self, because you're evolving within, which is a beautiful thing. And the inner power creation, being able to step into your truth for your intuition, receive the information to take the actions. And that's what's just so beautiful about it. When you're actually able to take the actions with ease, life is great. So this is how we're going to reclaim our power. We're going to step into taking actions in our flowing structure. What actions are you going to take? You've written down a true choice. You did it earlier on. We stepped into it. What actions are you going to take to have more of that? Just notice it. Notice what actions you need to take to have more of your flowing structure. You know, there's a massive percentage, something like 75% of people think negative thoughts at least 50% of the time. So that's 12 hours a day. 3/4 of us are focusing on being stuck or isolating, wanting to go ahead, but getting pulled back from resistance of not good enough, fear of failing, whichever. That's huge. And it doesn't have to be that way. You know, the personal development industry believes that if you're in here and you've got to, you're stuck and you might have some anxiety or depression or stress or discomfort. Opposite to these, you might be broke, you could be sick, you could be lonely. When we have all this in our stuck structure and we're going for what we want, society and the health system, everything teaches us. And I've mentioned this so many times on the calls because it's really important that you get this. So really listen to this because it's important. When we're going for what we want, all this resistance comes up in the middle. And society says, oh, you're broken, you need to fix yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken at all. Because this is what I used to think. You're simply in the wrong structure. So what you need to be doing is getting into the right structure so you can have what you want, rather in this structure, having what you don't want. And it does take, 3 to 6 months to really remove a lot of this resistance and get into a flowing if you're hardcore stuck. But it's better doing that than never at all. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Once you're into flowing, you start removing all the stuff you've gathered, all these issues and problems as a child and a teenager. Once you've removed it, they don't come back. They are gone because we've removed the emotion and feeling of the memory. The memory becomes wisdom. No memories die. And then it's easy to take action on what we love. So when we're coming down here to try and fix ourselves, we might read another book. We might go to a seminar. We might do some therapy. We might do another modality, whatever it may be. And these beautiful people that run these beautiful improvements, they are heart-centered, beautiful people. And they really mean well. And I'm not knocking that in any way or form. But all it's doing is when we're doing this and we have a win, we read a book and we get a win, we come up here, and then we go for it again, the resistance pops up again. And then we come down here, go to another seminar, read another book, whatever it may be for us, do another program, go do another modality, acupuncture, hypnosis, whatever it may be. We go and do some more of that. And we come up here yet again. And then we're going for it again. And you can see this pattern going around and around trying to fix yourself. When you're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just not focusing on your desired reality. Now, the personal development industry, it wants you to feel good about being in the structure. That's what it believes. That is this premise behind personal development, is to feel good in your current structure. But in that current structure, you're not creating what you want. They believe if you go around here enough and enough and enough, then somehow you're going to spit out over here and have everything that you want. And you can see by looking at the structure here, it's impossible. You have to be it before you see it. You have to step in the end result of having it all now. And then allow the informations to come through to take the actions, take those actions and start creating it. Can you see that? Throw a yes in the comments if you understand that success is not personal. It's simply about being in the right structure. Now, if you're wanting to create something and be in that desired reality and flowing, but there's resistance in the way, you feel like you're stuck or you're isolating, please reach out because I can show you how you can get in your desired reality and you can have it all. We can get on a connection call and I'll show you how we remove all this resistance in here through the superconscious recode, the negative flip belief, removing childhood patterns, the 3-circle process, the 3-chair process, family entanglements. We have these very powerful processes to remove that so then you can start being in your desired reality. Getting your health back, creating that online business, having that great relationships with your partners and your children, creating financial abundance. You can have it all. You've just got to get in the right structure. Who here would like to come work with me, come and join the masterclass, or come and do some one-on-one? Send me a direct message. You can go to the website and have a look at the products, gregjoneszz.com, to actually see exactly what I'm talking about. There's a list of products there, quite easy to show you what you want to choose and what you want to work on, and it will show you the processes that we use to remove the resistance. The masterclass is only $29.95 US to jump into over 80 recordings of these processes. It's like a coffee a day. Anybody can afford that. If you want to have your desired reality, you've got to choose it. If you want to have more in a life and have a life that you love, creating what is most important to you just because you love it, it'll cost you starting off at $29.95 a week. And in there's over 80 recordings, as I mentioned. There's meditations, processes, trainings, life coaching calls. Everything is in that masterclass to get you shifting from your stuck into your flowing. You've just got to back yourself. Because if you don't pay for something now, you're going to pay for it in other ways later, by simply coming down here to try and fix yourself all the time, to buy another book, do another seminar, do some more therapy, go to another live event. And I know that because that used to be me. I was stuck in that structure of trying to fix myself. And in some ways, I'm honored that I was trying to fix myself, because I've now learnt what not to do. And I'm bringing it to you so you can have exactly what it is that you want to create. So please reach out, email if you want, info@gregjoneszz.com. I'd love to hear from you. I love working with my clients and anybody that chooses, because you truly can have your life back. You can have that health, that relationship, that love, that high energy, that fun. You can have it all if you choose it. You've just got to reach out. So thank you so much for being on this call. I hope you got a lot out of it. And we'll see you on the group call again next Monday, 1 p.m. New Zealand time. And I love you heaps. And let's go and create a life that we love. Thanks for being here.